Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the winner bracket finals of the C qualifiers. We are watching Mineski taking on Faceless, and of course, winner of this best of 3 will get to go to the Kiev Major. A lot on the line. Faceless took down TNC in a spectacular best of 3 to make it here. Mineski took down Clutch Gaming in a best of 2, taking down what some like to think the stronger team.
Yeah, that's me.
My co-caster will tell you more about that as Mineski, we are 2 picks in, and they have one of the strongest combo that you see in Pro Dota. It's going to be Slaughter plus Lifeslayer. What happened to this combo, and why don't we see it as much as before?
Oh, that's easy to answer. It's because Slaughter is banned every single game.
That's true. I mean, why isn't he banned this game?
10 seconds remaining.
Because neither of them banned it.
All right, feels good.
Hope you enjoyed
5
that
seconds
analysis.
remaining.
Your audio is super low, dude. Gotta put that mic closer.
What about now?
There you go. It's acceptable now.
Acceptable.
Previously, it was just atrocious.
Okay, well, whatever the case is, I can tell you that this was not the outcome I expected.
You expected Clutch versus Faceless
I really
here?
believe Clutch is going to make it over here.
Yeah. Are you salty still about your 2 predictions that you got wrong?
2, I am 4 incorrect predictions in now. That is how unexpected the outcome is today.
All right.
I did expect Faceless to win, but I didn't expect him to go the distance.
All right.
And it looks like they're still drafting the same heroes. So, you know, same old, same old.
So for the Warlock, one thing I've learned as I think Nuts played it all 3 games. Or was it 2? Anyways, for the games that Warlock was played, it just makes Faceless such a hard team to go up high ground against, right?
Right.
You get this big advantage, and then suddenly, once the team fight starts, you better know where Nuts is, and you better disable him, or else you have no shot. And I think this is what gonna be Slaughter's goal this game, whether it's gonna be a support Slaughter or it's gonna be a core Slaughter.
I think he's going to need more help if he's going to achieve that goal.
Okay.
I don't think, you know, Nuts isn't exactly going to be standing in the middle of nowhere for you to just jump him.
Sure.
They either have to take fights with either good vision or they have to pick a hero that can actually provide him the vision.
You know, how come we don't see vision heroes anymore? Like Beastmaster, or even if you want to go a little bit crazy, Zeus. Or Spectre.
Well, I think Zeus is just a little weak in laning.
Okay.
But I am kind of surprised that we don't see Beastmaster as often anymore.
Yeah, we saw him picked once this game. He went for a Beastmaster, Blink Dagger.
Oh,
It was actually against
Execration.
Mineski, right?
It was Execration who did that,
Yeah. And they lost.
Yeah.
Well, Mineski is going to pick up the Crystal Maiden. I mean, if you want one hero that could go to the Warlock and get onto the Warlock and kill the Warlock, Storm Spirit is your go-to boy, right? Goes very well with the Lifesteal combination. We saw Jay playing it once today already in that first really big comeback versus Clutch, right? It was the quad buyback in that game.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about Storm in this draft for the 4th pick for Mineski?
It could work, but it really depends on what Faceless draft here. You know, going off their previous patterns, I'm pretty certain it's going to be a support hero because they seem to always draft the black hero as the last pick. All right, Earth Spirit. I was going to say Earth Spirit. I thought it was going to be banned, but XY played Earth Spirit with great success. I'm actually not sure if he lost any game with Earth Spirit.
10 seconds remaining.
But
Radiant team back.
Did he lose game 2 with Earth Spirit? Or was Earth Spirit not picked then?
I don't think Earth Spirit was picked back then.
Okay. I mean, I may be wrong. We've been seeing a lot of these same players.
But this is kind of the issue. I think if you see the Earth Spirit, Storm is out of the question now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Storm Spirit is just too strong of a support for Storm to deal with.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that point. How do you feel about Pitlord for the Mineski team? Because they drafted a couple of times, and honestly, it never really feels like it gels with the playstyle of Mineski. And I don't think they have an exceptional win rate with the hero. I'll quickly have a look-see, but I don't think it's a great pick for the team historically.
Well, you say that now, but they had a lot of time to really think about how they've been playing and what they need to change up. And you know, at the start of the qualifiers, we said that Mineski was like looking incredibly strong.
Yep.
And then they went into like an average. They had an average run after maybe the first 5 games, and then they stepped up again.
Dire team pick.
And while they are the 4th, they were like the 4th seed, placing the lowest in the playoffs. They 2-0'd Clutch Gamers, and maybe their overall strategy, their overall movement is going to change
10 seconds
off of
remaining.
a one-day discussion.
That's definitely true. This is one of those teams that's very
5
extremely
seconds
emotional.
remaining.
They believe they are some of the best players in C, and they definitely play like it
Reserve
from time to time, and that's a key thing. Sometimes they don't play like they're the best players. Checking on the pit lord statistics, at least in the last 10 matches, they've won 8 pit lord games. They played it twice in the qualifiers. They are 1-1 with it. And the one game they lost is actually 2 Clutch Gamers. And we're gonna see the OD here by Jay, I imagine. We saw what Cuckoo was able to do with OD earlier. How do you feel about OD versus the Invoker in the matchup? And more importantly, how do you feel about OD in this game?
Honestly, I feel like OD has... he used to be
10
one of the
seconds
best mids,
remaining.
and then he kind of fell out of favor. It seems like people didn't really like him. I
5
never really
seconds
realized
remaining.
why. I still think he is an incredibly strong mid, and I think for this game, or
Reserve
against
time.
Faceless in particular, OD is just a really solid hero because you know what you're going to be up against, and I think OD is good against almost all of the heroes Faceless draft every single game.
Yeah, so one of the big black hero that's still in the pool is going to be the anti-mage, but I'm not sure whether you want to AM against the Slaughter Lifestealer combination. Clinks is also somebody that you could pick to actually bully the Pit Lord pretty hard. Is there anything else that big that I'm missing that black likes to normally play?
I actually feel like the current problem for Faceless is that all of the heroes that he plays are not going to be great this game. They're going to have to pick something else. I think that Anti-Mage is going to get destroyed by Slaughter, Lifestealer, and the OD.
Okay.
And you said Clinks, but I don't think Clinks is going to do very well against that Slaughter, Lifestealer either.
I mean, what kind of core hero would you want to pick up against an explosive combo like that? Because it feels like there's really no hero that is really going to withstand.
I agree, and it looks like they're struggling as well because there's only 15 seconds left.
All right.
How often do you see Faceless running out of time? Because when they
10
draft
seconds remaining.
similarly every single game. So they... I don't think they want to
5
go into
seconds
Gyro.
remaining.
They played Gyro too, but...
Oh! Alright, this is going to be a Black Juggernaut. We haven't seen this hero all too often. I mean, I guess it's good against Slaughter in the sense that if you could see it coming, you could spin off the stun and run away. Of course, you have access into Mantis style to get rid of...
Even then, this is a very unsafe pick in my opinion. Because if you get Blink Crush, let's say you dodge the Blink Crush, Lifestealer jumps out, what is the first item he gets after Armlet? It's going to be Echo Saber. He will probably die in 3 hits anyways, even if he's spinning.
Well, hopefully he's not by himself. He's going to have his Centaur Stampede to get him out. He's going to have the Warlock ult to back him up. And I think the other thing to watch out for is how many kills is he going to be able to pick up against the Pit Lord, because we keep saying it over and over again, but magic damage is what you want against Pit Lord, and Juggernaut's got a ton of that, at least in the
10
laning stage.
seconds remaining.
I don't even think he can bully out the Underlord with this kind of support. First
5
Spirit is going to have to
seconds
spend most of his
remaining.
time in the mid lane, and if they end up going with that, I fear that the mid lane is going to suffer quite a bit. I think an OD is more than enough to
Prepare
shut
for
down an
battle.
Invoker. I think this matchup is pretty OD favored.
All right, we'll see exactly how it plays out. If you guys are joining us just now, winner gets to go to the Kiev Major. This is game 1 of a best-of-3 series. Mineski taking on Faceless, and from the sound of it, my co-caster Eosin believes Mineski's got the better draft.
I mean, I've been wrong all day, so...
I mean, it's the first time for everything, so maybe you're right about this one. I do want to point out Crystal Maiden, unfortunately for her, she's bought all of the starting items, allowing the support Slaughter to go boots first, alongside the support, or not the support, but the offlane Pit Lord to also go boots first.
Sunstrike does hit J. Standard jabs opening. But
30 seconds to
I think this is fairly standard when you have Slaughter and a CM. Most Slaughters almost always start with boots now.
It is very important to use that extra movement speed to bully that enemy support in the safe lane. And it looks like we're going to have our standard C pause. Somebody needs to finish their food or wash their hand, you know.
I think the boots isn't even for bullying the offlaner. It's just to have the mobility to gather information. Sure, you can bully the offlaner, but you can also run into his jungle and steal his bounty rune, or even run behind the mid laner if they play too far up.
Yeah, definitely. And especially once you have access to the level 2 sprint, or, you know, level 2 and you get sprint, you're going to be able to just traverse the river so quickly.
Yep. Scouting runes is incredibly important.
Are you surprised at all by the fact that Jules has not started at the bottom lane with the pit lord? Because that's kind of what I thought that the lane setup will be. Like just a 2-1-2 here for Mineski.
I'm not that surprised. I think that you kind of want to keep the Slardar up here. And if they manage to zone out the Centaur, then he can move away, because it also means that if they push the Centaur out early, then CM can just go jungle even that much faster.
Okay. Well, we did see Ice play the Centaur once today already, and he played it pretty exceptionally, if you ask me. Was able to land a lot of 2-3 man hoof stomps. And we'll see what he does this game. Jabs. Gonna trade rune here with Jay. And Jules is already off to his hiding spot, looking to do some kind of wraparound gank, but Ice is I imagine he knows all about these juke spots and tricks. So hopefully he does not fall prey to that.
I don't even think they can kill him, even if they
land every stun
yeah.
and they all do the right clicks. I mean, they probably need open wounds and
they'll definitely
feast.
take open wounds, but you mean, yeah, they're not gonna wait for a miracle to hit level 2.
Yeah, they're gonna try to make it go, but it looks like Centaurs is gonna just back it off immediately. Back in the mid lane here, XY applying that Orb of Venom right onto Jay. Not exactly as strong as Ogre when it comes to harass, but in terms of, you know, forcing a kill, Ursper is no better.
Oh, top lane. Well, Jules is managing to trade quite a bit, but Centaur also does have the boots. One more crush. Oh.
All right, back
Very
it up to
nice.
the jungle. What do you think about the choice of going boots instead of starting, let's say, with the South Shield or Iron Talon for our Centaur offlane here?
I think Centaur as a hero is already tanky enough, so having the boots just makes it that much harder to actually die.
Okay.
I think there actually is a chance that you can get ganked if you don't have the boots.
I mean, the major thing is that the fact, okay, he's not dead here, right? But he's also not doing anything in the lane. He's not getting any gold. I'm just wondering if that's going to be a concern moving down the line.
That is a good point. He's trying his best to get level 2. He knows that the CM is jungling right now, so he's not exactly too worried. I don't think there's really any way that a Slardar and a Lifestealer as a combo is going to be able to kill him.
Ninja Boogie is grabbing his level 2 off jungling as well. The aura is going to be fairly beneficial, especially to the Pit Lord that's on the bottom lane. Hooch will be spamming that Firestorm. Speaking of Pit Lord, be able to take a rune away here in the jungle and take the illusion rune as well. Okay.
Ice hiding, getting the XP.
And he's actually just straight up porting back to the shrine to, I believe, jungle. Nope. To take his own rune.
Yeah, he wanted the bounty rune, and I think he was a little afraid that he would have been caught.
All right, we got a fairly passive game. Any chance of saying this favors one team or the other?
I think that at the current rate this is going at, I think that this greatly favors Mineski. Because right now, like you said, the Lifestealer Clara combo is like incredibly strong. And it's pretty much unpunished right now. Slardar is getting a decent amount, I would say, as a support.
It seems like when you say there's nothing drastic happening, it just favors the team with the stronger draft or the stronger game plan.
Bottom lane.
Yep, something's happening right now. R taking a ton of damage. The roll on and the TP. They don't want to commit that TP. Black Sunstrike coming through. Sunstrike. Ooh, barely dodged. Sidestep by RR. And he's going to pop that shower.
He just knew. That was sick. It was even more sick because he stopped right at the edge. I think he was expecting it a little further, if anything.
Yep. All right, well. Good rotation there by the Mineski support, saving their core.
I mean, he was fine regardless, but
I think they would have kept Doving if they didn't see that TP.
top lane. Is Ice dead? One more
Ice, and
oh, that was so
CM last hit, man.
43 damage. If only he had
He didn't even have Stout Show, right? Like, it's just...
A ton of
Oh, no,
life.
he does have a Stout Show.
Yeah, he does have a Stout Show.
Might have procced a couple of times during that engagement.
Well, at the end of the day, both supports, are they like identical in EXP? Oh wait, Underlord just got a Bounty Root, so he has a little bit more. I'm really impressed with this laning phase from Mineski, because most of the time, Ice is has way more than this.
Yes.
During the laning phase.
And honestly, they're not like keeping constantly 3 heroes up there either, right? Like CM's is able to jungle, so they're able to shut down Ice and still get some of their own. So yeah, you're right. I am fairly impressed with the way that Mineski has navigated the top lane.
Oh, and RR manages the pull, ends up getting a huge wave for himself. This is looking pretty solid from Mineski right now.
Okay.
Dire's bottom tower
Slaughter
under
is
attack.
really looking to backstab here, or at least he's going to traverse through the jungle. I do believe they have eyes on Ice. Crystal Maid is going to rotate in, but that rotation is going to be spotted by this ward. Nova, is it going to be used? Slaughter joins the fray as well. That row misses completely.
He wants that creep though. Got him.
Alright, and CM just backs off. Just a lot of dancing back and forth. Not exactly too many kills. Black does have no Omni Slash just yet, but looks for the spin. R needs to juke, but there's no juking out of there. First blood goes to Black.
Last of my kind.
Been really playing well throughout this whole qualifier. Just really put his team on his back last game on the Klings and opens this game up with the first blood.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of surprised that R managed to get caught out by this Jug. Because there's no lockdown, so realistically speaking, Juggernaut has to walk up and
I mean, that phase boot though.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, he has to be careful.
Level 6 is available as well. Yeah, Black is also doing a very good job of, like, even though he's not level 6 right now, he is dealing the harass in so that once he gets level 6, you know, the Pit Lord is not 100% health. Make that Omni Slash kill much easier to come by.
Ninja Boogie continues to jungle. I think it's really important that the supports are able to get a little bit more out of the laning phase. I think they should give some space to Sardar. Because right now CM is just taking everything. And since you have a Lifestealer, you definitely want to give your Sardar the farm.
Yeah, I find this kind of, I don't know, split of the net worth to be very curious between the two supports. I mean, to be fair, CM grabs farm a little bit easier right now. Back in the mid lane here, we do have a Rowan. Teleport's going to come through. Sunstrike's going to be there. Jay not going to get hit by a Sunstrike. Really rare to see Jabs missing so many Sunstrikes back to back to back, but it's happening.
Unfortunately, Ninja Boogie does not have enough mana. Otherwise, I think that would have been a kill.
No, they'll pop a Shrine right now. Ninja Boogie will get some mana back. The ironic thing for CM is that her mana pool is actually like pretty trash.
Yeah, she got nerfed hard back then.
Yeah.
She lost like, what is it, 6 or 8 base in?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, they do give a little bit to Jules, but really is just a little bit. Not too much is going to be happening right now, I think. Yeah, looking at the way the lanes are going though, I think this is perfectly fine for Mineski. OD is already considering the Midas. He already has that queued up.
Yeah, so what do you think about the Midas being the recent trend for OD? It seems like almost guaranteed everyone just goes for it straight up.
I definitely like the item. I think like the way OD works as a hero, he feels incredibly solid just with one item, that item being Force Staff. And oh, top lane.
Yeah, Ice in a lot of trouble. This time around, they didn't have to rely on that CM last to get them the kill. Miracle doing quite enough, and he does have that extra Blightstone, the casual Blightstone. We're going to see the standard stuff, Armlet, Echo Saber, and perhaps Deso to follow things up.
But yeah, like OD, as long as you manage to finish your Force Staff at a decent time, I think the hero is just incredibly strong. And you know, his Astral allows him to farm the Midas relatively safely.
Yep.
I guess in a way it's very similar to how Invoker builds up towards the Midas as well. You just farm out your tower, you're not really in too much danger because you have a way to protect yourself.
I mean, if you make that comparison, the Astro is even better, right? Because it doubles up as a flash farming tool and an escape tool.
Yeah, that's true.
So, a lot better than what Invoker's got. Ninja Boogie complaining about the 100 ping. What a world we live in.
Hey man, if you're playing for the for the majors, 100 ping is pretty terrible.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think I even noticed 100 ping. Alright, Faceless. They have made this rotation for a long time. Looks like they're going to use an Omni Slash just for the kill. He tried to sprint away, but
That face boot.
man, that Slardar tail a little bit too big. Looks like we're not good.
Another pause coming out. Maybe Sawyer died because of lag.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he could have evaded any of them Omni Slash hits. Oh, that was a fast restart of the internet.
That wasn't even a restart though.
Dude,
No one.
yeah,
no
nobody
one-
restarted.
Maybe someone needed to wash their hands a second time.
You know when you're nervous.
Yeah, dude. Palms would get sweaty.
All right.
I think the biggest drawback for the oh, they go for smoke. I was gonna say the biggest drawback for Mineski right now is that the Slardar is not getting as much as I would hope he would get or
Yep.
should get. Oh my goodness. Spiking really bad. Gonna start now. Restart now. Okay, the true restart comes now.
Well, this is a good time to take a drink of water. We are at the tail end of our C broadcast. At the end of the day, we will know one team that could get to the qualifiers, or yeah, get through the qualifiers, excuse me, to the Kiev Major. I mean, I know you're favoring Mineski's draft in this game, but I don't think it's so lopsided that Faceless can't win, right?
Oh, definitely not. I think like for the most part, if I ever favor a draft, it's almost always going to be something along the lines of a 60-40.
Okay.
Honestly, in this game, I would say it's not even that significant. I think it would be something even as low as 55-45. And currently, while Mineski is having slight internet issues, we are also having some slight microphone issues.
No such thing. Everything's going perfectly over here.
Oh. Yeah, just kidding. Don't take my word for it. I am just lying.
So I don't think anybody will be surprised to hear like the predictions of the panel. I'm sure they all kind of side with Faceless, or do you think, especially seeing how Mineski thrashed Clutch Gamers, that we have to look at this team with new lights and say that they could actually take down Faceless in the best of 3?
I bet the panel was split 2-1.
You bet they were split.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure at least one person said Mineski was going to win with this.
I'm not even on the panel. I would be the one that's saying Mineski.
Yeah, but that's you. You always say Mineski's going to win.
I didn't even say Mineski's gonna win. I see. I'm going with Faceless.
Oh, you're going with Faceless. Okay.
Yeah, maybe not this game, but I think the series they should be able to take, because even though Mineski looked pretty hot in game 1, I think it was Clutch Gamer making a lot of mistakes that allows Mineski to come back, right? I think out of all the C teams, Faceless probably make the fewest mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I agree with you. I just feel, my gut feeling.
Your gut feeling.
My gut feeling.
Man, your gut feeling has let you guess wrong 4 times today.
Those weren't guesses, man. That was just them.
Your gut feelings.
They listened into the stream and they're like, all right, Yusin is on a 13-0 streak. It's time to ruin him. Did I let that slip? My bad.
It's okay. We're all professional people here.
Not me, man. Oh, they changed that. I never click on the ages.
You should.
Why? My name's not up there.
The reason that your name's not on there, because you don't click enough, you know.
Oh, is that how you get your name up there?
Yeah, I mean you gotta pay respects to all of these winners. Do you think they lined it up purposely like this,
What do you
so
mean?
that all the Western winners on the left side, all the Chinese winners on the right side?
No.
No, I mean that's what's happening though. YYF.
Feels bad.
Whatever happened to YYF, man?
Streamer.
It's true.
Isn't that what he's doing now?
Yeah, I think so.
I heard rumors that he is now streaming.
What about Joe?
Caster.
Yeah.
Wait, is he? He is.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just making stuff up.
I saw Shansheng casting for some of the Chinese games.
Is he?
Yeah. Man, if you look at some of these Chinese player name, like none of them are playing now.
Shao Wei no longer. Oh, Hao.
Isn't he like semi-retired?
Isn't Hao on? Oh wait, sorry, not Hao. I was thinking of Yao.
Yeah. Different. I know they all sound the same to you, racist mind. But I think the only person that actually plays out of all this, everybody is like 430.
And he's not even. Wait, he's not even like on a.
No, he is.
Oh no, he is. You're right. I
Yeah.
remember now.
He's on like an actual team.
Yeah. The newbie boss. Is that what it's called?
I don't know, because Xiao Wei is not. I mean, Xiao is technically on newbie boss as well, right? And so is Chuan. So maybe none of them are actually playing, or all of them are playing, depending whichever one. If you're just joining us, we do apologize for technical difficulties. Actually, why am I apologizing?
Yeah, that's not even us.
You could tweet at Mineski Pro Dota. Be like Ninja Boogie. Why your internet suck?
Do you think this will get in the heads of the players?
No.
Dude, if your internet is down at such a crucial moment, I'd be tilted.
No, you just lean back, relax.
Relax? How can you relax? What is the ruling on this? How long can you be disconnected?
I think because it's a playoff state, they're going to give him some leeway, right? You're going to disqualify Mineski here and just send Faceless to Kiev? Is that what you're going to do?
And we can't wait forever.
I mean, I remember at past TI qualifiers that there was so much delay that a game was delayed. Like, Game 5 of a best of 5 series was delayed to the next day. They didn't
That's too much leeway.
you know, so they waited 24 hours then.
Alright, I ain't waiting 24 hours.
Look.
Let's leave this game running. We'll leave it on these computers. Let's get up and just leave.
You know, we haven't had food for a while now. And there's food waiting for us in the kitchen.
And the best part about it is that it's going to be completely cold by the time we finish.
That's not the best part. That's the worst part.
We are in day 3. We are slowly losing our minds.
Steven, I thought we were supposed to keep it professional.
I am keeping it professional. This is how you keep it professional.
This is what you call
This
professional.
is how you keep it professional.
I see.
You have to share life stories with the viewers so they can connect.
Do you have any life stories to share with the viewers? Last time we heard a great story about a cupcake.
It wasn't even a cupcake. It was just something from the bakery.
Oh, okay.
But I just used cupcake because it's the easiest to.
It was a good imagery, right?
Yeah.
If you said some croissant or something like
Yeah.
that, I was like, yeah, who cares about a croissant? Cupcake makes me feel for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do need a life story. Do you have
What
a
do you
life
need?
story that involves internet dropping? Because it's very appropriate at the moment.
Internet dropping. I don't really have any good ones. I guess it's a really short story.
Okay.
I remember I had an assignment due the next day, and you know, of course, I decided to do it at about 4 a.m.
Sure.
My internet died,
All right.
so I had to do the assignment.
What was this assignment for?
It
Or
was-
why did you need the internet?
It was just research.
I see.
Obviously, I'm not going to go to the library because who does that?
Well, I don't think libraries open at 4 in the morning.
They don't. But you know, I had 2 weeks to do this assignment.
I see.
I decided to start one day one day before it was due at 4 a.m.
Right.
Internet died. You know, nowhere else to go, so I
Ro-
didn't get it done. And
So-
my excuse was I had no internet. I couldn't do it.
And
of
then?
course, the professor said, "That is the stupidest excuse I've ever heard."
Right. I mean,
I'm-
technically it was true. You could have done.
Technically, it is true.
Yeah.
But I had 13 days to do it, so
So what's the life lesson here to kind of connect it back to the viewers?
I'm trying to think of something motivating. But I
Motivating.
can't think of anything motivating.
Whatever you say will be motivating. You're a Nexon champion. Don't sell yourself short. Your name
Oh,
might
you're
not
right.
be on the Aegis, but
You're right. You're right. Well, in that case, what I learned from that is don't go to school. It's not worth it.
the statements of Aosin does not is not endorsed by Beyond the Summit.
I'm kidding.
Or
Stay in
myself.
school.
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, don't play Dota. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, don't drop out of school for Dota. It's not worth it. You're not good enough.
Well, I wish he told me this before I started playing Dota.
I didn't know you when you started playing Dota. I only met you through Dota. It's already
Yeah.
too late.
And whose fault is that?
Not my fault.
Clearly it is. Could have saved a life if you told me to avoid
Save
Dota.
a life. Damn, I didn't know Dota was a stone cold killer.
It really is.
All right, guys. Again, we are waiting for Mineski to reconnect back. The game is currently fairly even, but I feel like Mineski is having, a slight edge. They definitely do need a couple of their smoke ganks over their way. But
Wait,
we are
where-
left off at this point.
Where is Oh, never mind. For some reason I thought OD was like really close to his Midas. But it turns out he wasn't. What does chat have to say? Nothing.
Joe casts 2.
Oh, sick.
Yep.
Too bad I don't understand Chinese.
Oh, dude, you should actually, if you understand any resemblance of Mandarin, I heavily suggest you guys to listen to some of the Chinese casters, especially the pro casters, the pro players. Excuse me.
The procaster. What are we then?
What? I mean, we're professional, right? So that makes us pro.
Oh, okay.
That's what pro stands for. So there you go.
Faces should just unpause.
I mean, nobody's stopping them.
I'm kidding. They shouldn't unpause. No, but seriously, what is the ruling on this?
I don't know. Again, what are they gonna do? Like, give a Mineski a death loss?
I mean, can you really delay this until tomorrow?
I don't think you can, because there's like 2 best of 3 going on tomorrow as well.
This ends up delaying everything else too.
No, this is the last match at C, right? We're not conflicting with anything else,
Oh, okay, I see.
so we're fine.
Alright. Are we fine?
Yeah, we're
Are they
fine.
fine?
It's delaying my lunch
Your lunch?
or my dinner or whatever you want to call it.
It's true. Why don't we just get up and go eat?
I don't know. Good question.
Well, let's make a guess as to when they will make it back into the lobby. I think there won't be. I think they won't even be back in 10 minutes. That's my guess. What time is it right now? Like 3? It is currently 3:15 on the West Coast. I think by 3:25 they still won't be back.
Where'd you see 3:15?
Wait, what time does it say over there?
3:15.
That's
see.
Lumi, please.
Do we go on a break? Or do we just chill?
I think we just chill. I mean, we have the screen right in front of us for Team Secret and Ninjas in Pajamas.
But I want to eat lunch, like no joke.
But Team Secret and Ninja in Pajamas.
Yeah, you guys can also go watch an actual game. Secret versus NIP. Happening right now. Casted by actual professional casters. Toby Wan and Merlini.
What? But we are professionals, you said.
I mean, some of us are.
There's only 2 of us here. What are you trying to say?
I'll let you take a guess who's the pro here.
It's okay, Livy. You'll get there one day.
I'll get there one day. I'm trying so hard.
Team Secret. With a very faceless draft. No, I'm just kidding. Look, they have 3 of Ice heroes.
Yeah, they have Wisp too. Nobody plays Wisp on Team Secret. Or
Highlight die.
no,
Oh,
sorry,
they're
on
coming
Faceless.
back. They are coming back. There is hope. Sauce.
Alvin. He's such a sweet boy.
All right. Looks like we're ready to go. Looks like my prediction was very wrong. They came back in 1 minute.
All right, smoking on the way.
Well-gotten gain.
We'll see if this smoke gank works. I wonder if they actually caught sight of Ice just walking by.
I don't think so. But right now, there's no one in the mid lane, and Ice is still jungling. Oh man, if they go into the jungle, oh, too bad they're not going there. They definitely would have killed him here if they stayed.
Yep.
Oh, bottom lane. They're gonna just go run to the bottom lane.
Yeah, but the smoke's gonna run right about now, and they're gonna get spotted by this ward. So
I mean, I think that's fine. Like, at the end of the day, all they really want to do is just slow down the push. And they do get a D ward out of it as well, so it's not that bad.
okay,
Look, they even give Slar 100 gold.
easy. The fact that melee heroes could hit up hills to D ward is pretty lolsy.
I think that melee heroes should get plus 400 range when they target wards.
That seems ridiculous.
Thoughts? Why is it ridiculous?
I think 400 is a bit too much, right?
Regeneration.
I mean,
Just to hit a ward?
yeah, like, well, right now they already have enough
400 is
range.
okay, alright. 400 is ridiculous. Oh, Ninja Boogie accidentally. Oh no, he didn't accidentally. Look at this team play from Ninja Boogie.
Yeah.
Oh wait, just kidding. He misclicked them. I thought he was gonna leave this creep so that the OD had a creep to Midas. But he already went elsewhere to Midas. Looks like all of the focus is at the bottom lane right now. The Faceless just really want to get rid of this tower.
I mean, eventually they'll be able to, but is it worth all the
they're
time to
gonna roll
spending in? Rolling in. They're going to kick him back, but this is going to be a hard one to go on. Black is taking all of the tower aggro, and
They even have to stampede just to get out.
yeah.
That was a very ambitious attempt.
Now, tower's not in deny range or anything, so they're going to be okay to go back and try again, but a lot of these abilities are really going down the drain. Not that Mineski is exactly punishing for them, for having these abilities on cooldown.
Well, Miracle is taking the top tower.
Radiant structures.
And I think this is a pretty big deal. Oh, mid lane.
Yep, they're
Duels.
sprinting in. Jabs might get Crush here. Crush. No. I'm pretty sure that would have hit.
Well, the issue is that Slara isn't 6 yet. So if he really needed to, he can just Ghost Walk away.
Right, true. I mean, I think you still make him use that mana and all that stuff, right?
Could have at least burned a range off.
Yeah. Oh, Faceless again threatening to push this tower, and this is where the Pit Lord is really good. I mean, that Firestorm is making this push look really silly.
He's pretty tanky too.
Yeah.
So even if they decide to blow Omni Slash,
Tower deny. Oh, tower not going to deny, but the second root is happening onto Black. They're really teleporting Miracle in. He wants Nuts. But that is going to be a little bit too off. I think the teleport was a bit too late. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, the Rowan, the kick, the stun's going to be there. Sunstrike on top of Jay as well. Jay worries himself. Astro, he's still silenced up. Great play by XY.
it was on cooldown. They jumped him after he Astral.
I see.
Very big pick off for Faceless. Man, XY, I honestly didn't even know he was 6. Looks like Nuts is also 6 right now. Both of these supports fairly high level.
Yeah, you know, earlier before the pause actually happened, we were kind of discussing who does the slow-paced game favors. And I think at that time you said Mineski, but looking at how things are playing out right now, both the cores of Faceless are farming better. And they're just having a lot more aggressive plays here. Uh-oh, that Centaur is going to take so much damage. Oh, God.
That was a really important kill too because there's a lot of Faceless heroes up here, so they're just all kind of wasting their time.
Yeah, I think Ice definitely was baiting for his team. But now he does drop down, and he's really far away from Splink Dagger. The hood is nice, but...
Lifestealer is sitting inside Slaughter right now, but he doesn't have the blink. It is going to be very difficult for him to find any type of kill. Ooh, I like this though.
XY rolling in. Does have the kick available. They pop the Stampede as well. Jay runs to the right side. Nova's going to slow people down a little bit. Here comes the Rock as well. 2-man silence. They will get the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden runs in one direction, trying to save the core the other direction. Astro just to delay things a little bit further.
In the jungle. They found Found the
tower
Invoker
is
at
under
least.
attack.
Okay. 2-for-1 trade. Still though, I think Faceless pretty happy with their exchange because they're gonna get a tier 1 tower out of the deal. But
Radiant's middle
as I
tower
say that,
is under
Mineski,
attack.
Yeah, they also get.
yeah, they also get one too. And I think if they give the last hit to Jules, he's gonna get his dagger gold, or close to it.
Let's see if they give it to him.
All right, he's not even trying to last it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen.
I think they should. Wait, let me see. Jules is about 200 gold away. They should just wait for him to farm. Let him get the Blink Dagger and then try to go for pickoff like immediately because Warlock Golem is still down for about 110 seconds.
I mean, I think the combination that they have, even with the Warlock Golem available, don't you just infest the Lifestealer into the Slaughter, and whoever they find is dead so fast that even if there's a Warlock Golem, it's not going to be effective for saving somebody?
While that is kind of true, there is always that very small possibility that you can have the fight turned around on you.
Right.
I don't think you want to risk that. So you just wait for that Blink Dagger. And, oh, here it comes. And they should also have the smoke, right?
Yep. The question is he just bringing Miracle or is he bringing somebody else?
I think you just bring Miracle. Everyone else should do their own thing. And I don't think you smoke.
Stampede being used up top.
Oh, he got out.
Wow. What a TP. That was Omni Slash and the Stampede being used.
That was very, very lucky, though.
Yeah.
The last Omni Slash missing. Jumping to a different target. And Ninja Boogie finds the D ward.
No, Slaughter does find a Centaur. Centaur, well, not going to have any chance. And this is before Miracle actually even finishes his item. He's actually skipping the Echo Saber to go straight into Desolator. What do you think about that?
I think that's fine. It's entirely up to him. He still has that Mango, doesn't really need the mana regen. And he's farming so well that overall, Deso is going to give him more damage.
Would you say then, if you're going to skip Echo Saber, which to me is a very, very good early purchasable item?
Just skip it altogether.
Yeah, do you skip it altogether?
I wouldn't be surprised if he decided to. At the same time, if he does decide to go back as well, I think it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
I think the item in itself is very strong.
All right, he has a finish. Just need to deliver it out, and Infest is back on cooldown relatively soon. So I really like them to keep on doing the ganks that they've been doing.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
terrorize the
Oh,
map.
mid lane.
Yep, the Rowan's gonna start things off here. The combo is gonna be used on JJ. Pops or gets some mech off from his team, and now the fight goes the other direction. XY down to about half HP. The second route going on to him. XY will go down. They dropped the rock. That's a huge waste by Nuts. And that's, you know, you talked about the impact of not having a rock available. Now it's gonna happen again here.
And here we go, Infest. It's time to go look for Ice. They want to delay his... Oh, they're going to walk right past the ward, though. They want to delay his blink for as long as possible. So I really like this decision. Unfortunately, you know, they...
I mean, Ice doesn't have a TP out if they guess properly.
There's no way.
Scan into the trees, yo.
There is absolutely no way. Alright. Time to hop out. Fine. They really needed some of these tier 1s, though. Like we said, they were going to be taking tier 1s, but they ended up leaving that top lane. It's about a half health. I think once they manage to take down some of the tier 1 towers, Mineski can look towards doing that Roshan because they have a very good lineup for taking that. Jay has BKB queued up. I think this is the right choice. I think you don't have to worry too much about running down your BKB for late game. Because I think with BKB on OD, I don't think there's too much that's going to threaten him in the upcoming team fights if they decide to fight.
Getting the early BKB is always a big danger, right? Because recall the last game where TNC got an early BKB on the Shadow Fiend, and they were winning when he got it. A couple of bad BKB activations, a couple of bad fights, and TNC just got rolled over. So
here we go, Infest again. We'll see where they go. It's hiding in top lane.
all right, Black backs off, man.
I feel like Jay didn't need to be here. They couldn't sell the idea of them pushing bottom lane hard enough. Wait. He's TPing back here so he can Dark Rift.
Yep, to bring the whole team there.
Nope, they're just smoking.
Interesting. I feel like Mineski is wasting a lot of their opportunities here. Or I mean, they're looking for them, but they're really unable to do too much of anything.
I think if anything, they should actually put down wards first. Oh, this is gonna be it.
Black crushed, and can we do enough damage? That's a question. Yeah, they popped the ultimate. I think,
No chances taken.
I think there might have been a scenario where he could have spun, but yeah. With
I
the
am pretty sure he still dies, but I can respect the no chances taken. Spin, wand.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Are
Radiant structures are fortified.
Dark Rifts to the middle lane, not giving up their middle tower.
Yep. And
So far, so good.
yes. Mineski is playing a very, very slow kind of playstyle, which is not generally something that they play a lot of, but yeah, it's working out really well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, and he does go back for that Echo Saber. Oh, here we go. Jules, another Infest coming up.
And it's
do
gonna find this one. It's gonna be XY, just dies. And this is the reason why you take out Slaughter, or rather you try to break them up to have the Lifesteal Slaughter combo. How many ganks is this?
I believe
3,
that is
4?
5 almost, right? I mean, they have 7 kills, and Miracle's part of 5 or part of 6 of them.
Right.
So it's got to be at least 4 to 5.
I mean, one of them probably came in the lane, although I don't really recall.
It was.
Yeah.
They killed off Ice early on. Miracle is currently incredibly strong. He does have his Echo Saber finished now already, and 30 more seconds until the next Infest. I think they should be looking towards taking the Roshan after a pickoff, of course. I don't think you want to fight Roshan with a Warlock ult up.
I mean, I think this team has the capability to actually take down Roshan if they would just want to sneak it.
Dire's top tower
Trying to
is
bait
under
Black, but
attack.
I don't think this is going to be a successful
Dire's
bait.
structures are
Well, I mean, they're going to push the tower regardless. And it looks like they are obliging for the bait. Everybody's rotating up top with Ninja Boogie leading the charge. Tower push is being somewhat slowed down.
They have to be careful. Jay doesn't have TP for a couple
Blink
seconds.
Crush coming through right now. They're going to focus onto Black, and Black is going to try to spin away. They drop the rock as well. Mech, and looks like they are going to disengage. Marigold goes right onto XY. XY rotates away as well. Nobody dies just yet. Black's inside the fight, and he's looking for Jules. Jules, Blink Dagger coming off cooldown. He will be able to blink out. No,
how
his
does he find
teammate's taking some damage, so he's actually stuck in there for good.
In vigilance.
That fight looked like it was a really great start. Unfortunately, they just needed a little bit extra damage.
It didn't help that Crystal Maiden got jumped first. I was going to say it was such a risky attempt because OD doesn't have ulti, and he didn't have TP up for about 5 seconds when they got jumped. So unfortunately, the numbers weren't quite there with them.
Yep. And now very quickly, we do see Ice working towards the Aghanim Scepter. Blink could Axe. That's kind of his go-to build every single game.
But at the same time, that was pretty much everything used by Faceless, with the exception of the Omni Slash. I think when Slardar up, there is the potential for you to go straight into Roshan. Oh, Ninja Boogie
Dire's bottom
awfully
tower
close
is under
to Black.
attack.
Is going to avoid him. Force Spirit is going to be kept in the Roshan pit right now. Yeah, and they're just like chilling right here. They're just going to go for it. And I think this is a smart play. I think that Mineski is actually stronger when there is no rock, and there's no magnetize. Ice doesn't even have the mana to stampede. Oh, he does have enough mana to stampede, but he can't come to the team fight.
Tornado gonna fly the OD up in the air, but looks like it's gonna be
Oh,
Miracle.
he stole it! Oh my goodness!
Dire's top tower
That's
is
actually
under attack.
insane.
Mortality.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Dire's
how big of a
bottom
goal
tower
swing is
is
that?
under attack.
I mean, it's 1,000 gold, right? Well, a little bit more since he last hit the...
Yeah, the
Roshan.
experience too.
Damn. What a player jab. That one really hurts. They should have all stood on top of Roshan and shared that sunshine.
A soldier's fortune.
Not a bad choice. All right. One thing that's been going well for them are these ganks. They see Nuts, and we see Nuts dead.
Bottom lane. Not going to be able to stop his TP. As Pit of Malice, it does not cancel. Well, they killed off the Warlock. 30 seconds until he's up. I think they should at least try to get some damage on the tier 2.
This'll come in handy.
But I'm not too worried for Mineski. You know, they had a couple of slip-ups, but I think as long as they continue this Slardar pressure with the Lifestealer, they're going to be in good shape leading up to the late game.
Yeah, so far Jules has been finding a lot of these ganks, meanwhile allowing his team to pressure these tier 2s as we speak. Juggernaut on the top lane here, looking like to do the same against the tier 3, but we'll get Usher back fairly quickly. Same thing with bottom with RR standing firm there. So overall, the pacing of the game is fairly slow. And despite the fact that the Invoker is able to keep up, the rest of the team is slightly to fall behind. Ice is going to get rooted up. He does have a TP, so he can straight up TP out right now. In fact, he will blink TP.
Runs much deeper into the jungle. Very safe play. Man, Ice had like a pretty rough start, but he still managed to farm his way home. He almost has Scepter.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's actually one of the most farmed
He got it already.
off-laners out there.
He just always has it.
Yep.
No matter what the situation is, he just always has it.
What need have I for this?
I feel like RR was already really successful this game, and Ice still managed to pass him up. Against an Underlord, too. A lot of pinging going on. Jules gets spotted out. Not going to be able to find anyone. And Miracle has a Basher finish now as well.
How do you feel about the map control that Mineski currently has, and what exactly can Faceless do to kind of fight back and deal with this?
It's kind of a tough one, but I think they have to bait. I think they're going to have to bait someone and wait for the Slardar to jump the bait. And you trying to fight around with Warlock. Until then, I think Juggernaut and Centaur just keep split pushing lanes. They just have to be patient, which is what they're pretty good at, right? Oh, bottom lane, Jabs gets caught out. Gets rooted.
Go Scepter. They did go Invis, they dropped the sentry, they amp it up, and now he is gone for good.
Why is he so tanky? He's so tanky against the Lifestealer with Desolate. And amp. That's a very big pickoff. Oh, top lane.
Rush, what a play.
Just catch. Very nicely done. And that was an Omni Slash committed. They tried to kill the Underlord, but...
Bottom lane, the Pit Lord.
Oh, here we go. This is what Nahaz was talking about. The Underlord utilizing the Underlord's Dark Rift for offensive purposes.
Yeah, defend one lane, go push another, and Mineski might be doing the unthinkable, which is also taking game away from Faceless. Again, track
that unthinkable.
I mean, track record suggests that Mineski rarely does well against Faceless.
Jay blinks in.
Okay, not sure about that. He does have the Hurricane hike out, so he's not really too worried. But melee Rax is going to go down.
Man, this is going to be a melee Rax.
Yeah. Kick, roll in, and the Rock's going to be there. A lot of chain stun coming through. They have gotten the melee Rax. It's time to disengage here. Miracle and the rest of the team taking a ton of magic damage from Magnetize. Tornado's going to pick up JJ. And then Astro himself, 2 heroes can pop out pretty much instantaneously.
Black has to be careful.
Black will run away. The meter doing a ton of work as well. Crystal Maiden definitely going to go down. They kill Black. Ice is in there, and now Self Astro from OD again. I don't think he has Blink. He's just going to get surrounded here. Yep, that's going to be a kill here, going towards Faceless. The rest of Mineski needs to disengage. Cold Snap's going to cancel all RSTP.
He's so slow.
And nobody's going nowhere.
Honestly, at the end of the day, that's a huge Mineski victory, though. They managed to take down the Rax. Unfortunately for OD, the Aegis timer was at the end of its
Soldier's
life.
fortune.
But 3-for-1 trade, they do take down Black, and they took down a melee Rex. This is looking really solid for Mineski.
Yep. So if you're a Faceless fan, what exactly are we looking for to make a comeback? I think you were beginning to talk about that when we had a team fight.
Oh, I was just mentioning how they had to bait someone so that they can counter gank Slardar initiation. But unfortunately for them, they didn't take the patient route. They tried to gank the Underlord at his tier 3, and then they end up paying the price. I think what they needed to do is just to play a very defensive, patient playstyle.
I mean, that's kind of Faceless bread and butter. I'm surprised that
They took that route, or they made that move up top. Unfortunately, Black, despite all of his split pushing, doesn't exactly have the most farm. He just doesn't do enough damage right now.
I think he never feels too safe to venture too far out. Like, for example, a normal game Juggernaut will be okay hitting in a spot here. Hitting creep status. But in this game, he is so important to the team. And he's so vulnerable without his debuffing items.
Yeah. And there's just not enough vision on the map for them. He's just gonna have to play incredibly carefully. I think the next big thing is gonna be the upcoming Roshan. I think if Mineski take the Roshan, Faceless are in a lot of trouble. So I think for the most part, a lot of the action is gonna slow down. Maybe one more Slardar attempt before the next Roshan, but until then, I don't expect to see too much. Solar Crest is now up on Warlock, and they're gonna go for it. Ice Ice pinging out where he thinks they are, but fortunately for him, they are not even close. And this is it. This is what I'm talking about. The bait. They are going to send Ice out there and hope that they can turn the team fight around. Alright, Ice is going to farm this wave. And then they're going to turn this
He's
fight
got
around.
backup though.
Yeah.
In fact, they're backing up Black. Set the bait is the statement that you're going for, Jay. Does have the blink BKB, so he could definitely...
I wonder why they showed Black. I feel like by showing Black, it's a little more obvious. Alright, they are out.
Yep. The rest of the team coming back in. Then we have the TPs being channeled. Yes, one by one they fly out. Everyone's back to home safely.
Yep. So they managed to avoid the gank. I think this is the right choice. They overstayed their welcome. Once the smoke runs out, I think it's time to just leave. Even more so than now that it's daytime.
Yep.
And Mineski are also out. And I think that's probably going to be the final attempt. Jules is trying to stay.
I like how he hit smack that shrine once. It's like, bruh.
Alright, now we're really out. But yeah, like I mentioned, that is probably the last attempt until Roshan spawns. And until then, everyone's going to go back to farming.
Oh, yay.
Did you say oh yay?
Yeah.
Oh.
What are we farming for?
Sawyer almost has BKB, which I think is going to be incredibly helpful.
Clockwork being for AC. Ninja Boogie got Glimmer. Alright, that's not
Miracle almost has AC. I think that's pretty big.
Oh, so I guess could be Shiva's too, right? Or is this actual
no,
AC?
Miracle. We're talking Life Stealer.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
If I saw a Shiva's Life Stealer right now, I would...
No, sorry, I was picturing Shiva's OD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my bad.
No, he's going for the sheep stick. And he's pretty close to it too. He'll probably have it in like 3 minutes or so. And another smoke attempt out from Faceless. I don't know about this.
Well, CM might actually tank the gank for the team.
No, they're expecting. Oh, here we go.
Yep, that's a death
yeah.
CM.
Does he have buyback? No, right? Yeah, they decided to smoke because it is Roshan time.
All right, Faceless going for the Roche. They are taking it pretty fast.
This
Can
is
we?
scary because are you really going to take a team fight against the Warlock? Oh shit, this goes in.
Yep, he does just go in here. He gets forced up outside again, but Black with the healing should be okay. Go back for the Roche, take it down. I think as soon as the lifesteal pops out of the Infest, they're going to just
concede it.
Yep.
Has fallen to the
Kind of a big win here.
Radiant's bottom barracks are
That was really good map movement by Faceless. I mean, I even mentioned it and I completely forgot that Roshan was up already.
Go for my master.
So they completely understood that Roshan is going to be incredibly important for them and that it's definitely a location where they would want to fight in. But with even just a Crystal Maiden pick-off, they managed to take a Roshan for free. And unfortunately for Mineski, what happened to all of the aggression that they originally had?
Yeah, I think it's off that big loop, or not loop, the pause, right? Where not the pause, not the actual pause, but the pause in the fact that the Slaughter was running around with the lifesteal inside of him, and
couldn't find anything.
yeah, that's like a good 5 minutes where they didn't find too much. I really like the gem purchase pickup here by Slaughter. Gonna allow them to wrestle some map control back and hopefully get rid of some of the wards that are kind of seeing these ganks coming every single time.
All right, here we have it. Lifestealer with the AC. They are going to go for the the Slardar Infest again. But Faceless, they're playing out incredibly carefully, not getting caught out. Everyone's just traveling together.
All right, Faceless kind of going in the mid lane. They find one on the left side. It's gonna be a Crystal Maiden. Man, has no chance. It's only jabs on the killing spree. It's Radiant that's actually walking up the tower and starting to push.
Oh, poor old Crystal Maiden.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Slardar does have the BKB now. This will allow him to easily get in and out of the team fight without worrying too much
Dire's
for
middle
his
tower
life,
is
unless he
under
gets
attack.
Omni Slash. And Faceless, they're just in. Oh my goodness.
And they're out, dude. Stampede's in use as well. I think
That's
if you're Radiant,
really scary.
yeah, you try to re-engage into this Black, trying to spin away, and I do believe Slaughter is looking to chase.
Oh, unfortunate BKB from Jay. Did you see how fast Black died?
Dude, he just died in like...
He died instantly.
Yeah.
It was like 2 hits from Lifestealer and 1 hit from OD and he just died. So once again, game feels a little scary for Faceless when your Juggernaut dies that quickly, and that all they managed to get out of the Aegis was 1 CM kill and 1 tier 2.
I mean, it really depends on how close is his team, whether Stampede is, you know, late or not, right?
I'm kind of surprised that the Stampede was...
Yeah, I think that
Pretty
surprised Ice as well. I don't think he expected it to be that fast
That's
where they
true.
get the kill. Alright, checking out some of the item progression here. We got a Lotus being finished on Centaur. My goodness, he is so rich. Yules, Lincolns, as well as Ags on jabs. Black going for a Mjolnir. How do you feel about Mjolnir instead of going for the more the standard either Eye of Skadi or Diffusal Blade?
I think Mjolnir is fine. I think this is one of the better damage items that the team needs.
XY is going to get the smoke broken by Ninja Boogie, and do they want to back off?
I don't think Faceless should take the fight here. I'm pretty sure they want to back out. They are going to back out.
Alright, more D-Ward as we swing by, and this time it looks like Mineski is looking to take a fight in front of the
They
building.
need to get rid of this ward immediately. Otherwise, Mineski could be in a lot of trouble. Why? They're not getting rid of it.
Blink to the other direction.
Good thing for Iron Talon. Very tense moment here. Anything could go. Anything and everything can happen for either team.
Well, or nothing could happen. That also could be fine.
Radiant's top tower
Maybe
is
we
under
can
attack.
just take the shrine.
Yeah, Shrine is
Nope.
Shrine open? Yeah, Shrine is definitely
Shrine
open.
is
They
open.
got a melee Rex. Dude, it's been so long since they got that melee Rex.
They're so scared. Both sides are just so scared. I think they should just go for it when they see jabs at the bottom lane.
I think from Mineski's perspective, they are already up a Rax, right? Like, is there any reason to play super ultra aggressive? I feel like if they lose a fight now, they just give the avenue a comeback to Faceless. Oh, they find one on the left side. It's gonna
That's a
be,
huge
they
kill
use
if
a
they can
rock
get
and they
him.
use a stampede defensively as well. Black's in there, but I'm not sure whether he wants to be in there. XY is gonna be dying very, very quickly. They drop the meteor, they drop the Deafening Blast. Lifestealer taking a ton of damage. Oh my god. He wants to go inside of Crystal Maiden, we all do, but no, he's actually gonna lifesteal back from the Inferno on the right side. Jules going for jabs, not gonna be able to find it. And then on the left side, looks like Miracle able to pick up yet another kill.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
That damage is just too much for them to handle right now.
Yep, buyback number 1's gonna come out. It's gonna from the Warlock. And right now they jump in, Blink Crush. They do find one on jabs. They don't want to be able to follow up. And Blink Hoof Stomp?
If I
Okay.
guys like down, this is
Yo,
gonna be really
the damage output, my god.
Oh,
Ice just got wrecked.
Radiant's top tower is under
that
Can-
just went from 100 to 0.
Well, or
Or
0 to 100.
100.
Either way, you cannot give them this combo in game 2.
top tower has fallen.
CM Force Spirit, do some work.
Has fallen.
Save the CM Tornado.
Oh, no!
CM's dead.
Radiant's top
Wait,
tower
wait.
is fallen.
It's okay.
He is fine.
Yep.
Calculated.
And now this is gonna be Mega Creeps. This is gonna be a full minute till Black responds.
Radiant's middle tower
Okay.
They call GG.
Did you call GG? So, I know you were